Hi foodie friends, let's make a baked ziti pie. Pie because of the way I'm going to bake this, and basically this is full of vegetables, which makes it a perfect Monday meal. And I'm also going to serve it with some salad with just plain arugula, apples, and pecans. So here's what I do. I use a springform pan to put my noodles and bake them with cheese between everything so it sets. These are some extra large rigatoni that I bought, so they are almost 4 times the size of regular pasta. I have some ricotta cheese, I have regular pasta sauce, whatever you like, garlic, onions, peppers, some spinach finely chopped, and then I also have some herbs, basil and parsley. What we're going to do is pour some sauce at the bottom of this, lay all of our tubes in there vertically filled with cheese, and then layer it with more sauce and cheese and bake it. First, what we want to do is we want to dehydrate all of those vegetables before we fold them into the cheese. So put some oil in a pan. You don't need to heat up the oil because this is olive oil. Add your onions and your peppers, some crushed pepper and garlic, and just saute it on a medium heat until everything is nicely dehydrated. In the meantime, we're going to food process the cheese and add it to our ricotta so that it kind of makes it nice and stringy. I have equal amounts of Parmesan and mozzarella. Now I'm putting in my herbs into my vegetables that are drying out. The parsley and the basil went in. I'm going to season it with salt, and then this is what it looks like when it's completely dehydrated. We're going to put all of that vegetable mixture in another plate until it's completely cool. Okay, once it's cool, we're going to fold it into the cheese mixture. Now we're going to boil the pasta, but don't boil your pasta too early on because the tubes do kind of collapse, and we're going to cook it al dente. In the meantime, while the water's coming up to boil, I filled up my piping bag with some cheese and I sprayed some olive oil in my springform pan. Now I cooked these al dente 4 minutes under what the bag required because this is going to bake for a long time in the oven. Once your pasta is cooked, what we're going to do is put a nice layer of pasta sauce at the bottom of your greased pan, and then just spread it out evenly, and we're going to lay all of our tubes in here, pasta tubes, vertically just like this. And then with your piping bag, you're going to fill each tube with the cheese mixture. Now once all this is done, this is what it looks like. So beautiful. But we're going to add more cheese and make sure some goes in between all the pasta so that it helps it adhere as it's baking. I'm going to also tear some fresh basil, put it on top. I'm going to add more sauce on top, and then finally more cheese. Spray your foil with some oil. This way your cheese does not stick to the top because we need to bake this covered. First, I'm going to bake it at 375 for 25 minutes, and then I'm going to remove the foil and bake it for another 20 minutes uncovered. When this is done, this is what it's going to look like. Look at that. So beautiful. All the pasta kind of sticks together, stays intact, and the pasta is thoroughly cooked because it's been in there for almost 45 minutes. I put this on a tray and then I unlock the springform pan and look at what happens. Whoa, isn't that awesome? So we cut this prematurely. We were in a hurry to eat, but if you just let it sit for a little while, it is much easier to remove it like a pie. And also you can add more cheese. We didn't put too much cheese because there's cheese inside the pasta, there's cheese in between, and there's cheese on top. But let me tell you, this was so tasty. All of the extra elements that I did, like all of the vegetables and the seasoning, it just made a huge difference. The salad that we served this with was also great. You can make bread if you want. Now if you make this recipe, you know what to do. Have fun.